Where did the word marijuana even come from? Have you ever wondered why we sometimes call weed cannabis or sometimes call it marijuana? While the plant's botanical name is cannabis, politicians, doctors, and scientists often use terms like medical marijuana in professional contexts. So, what's the deal? Unfortunately, it seems like the word marijuana may have racist origins, at least when it comes to its use in the United States. Throughout the 19th century, Americans normally referred to their stash as cannabis. Companies like Bristol-Myers Squibb and Eli Lilly sold cannabis medicines in pharmacies to treat insomnia, migraines, and rheumatism. From 1840 to 1900, U.S. scientific journals published tons of articles promoting medicinal cannabis. In fact, the only people who got high on cannabis for fun were wealthy people smoking hashish. But after the Mexican Revolution brought over 800,000 refugees to border states during 1910 to 1920, our country's relationship with cannabis began to change. The newly arrived Mexican peasants brought with them a healing mixture of smokable, non-cannabis herbs they called marijuana. In an effort to marginalize these migrants and to fuel anti-immigrant sentiment, politicians in California and Texas passed anti-drug laws that specifically used the Mexican term marijuana when referring to the cultivation of all opiates. After the Great Depression, the media was looking for a scapegoat for the country's misfortunes, so they blamed drugs. Conveniently, both cannabis and Mexican herbs were gaining popularity along the Gulf Coast, in cities with African American and Latino populations. The media used the Spanish-sounding word combined with use by popular jazz musicians to pin white Americans' poverty on minorities. Newspapers ran shock stories and movies about dangerous murder weed that conflated the herbs with cannabis and labeled it marijuana. Harry Anslinger further cemented the use of the term marijuana in the public. The Federal Bureau of Narcotics director from 1930 to 1962 made it his life's mission to get weed banned federally. When appearing before Congress, Anslinger said, "Marijuana is the most violence-causing drug in the history of mankind. Most marijuana smokers are Negroes, Hispanics, Filipinos, and entertainers. Their satanic music, jazz, and swing results from marijuana usage." Yikes. Now that weed legalization has come full circle, one could argue that marijuana has been reclaimed by stoners despite its strange past. But you can always show your defiance by saying a different word. If you're in Mexico, use mota, pasto, or gallo. And if you're in the US, you can always call it weed, pot, dope, herb, flower, or our personal favorite, Mary Jane.